All right, Shalom, it's your brother Shamar from the Phoenix camp. And with that being said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the brothers that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. Let's jump right into the scripture. It says Romans 8:28. It says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love Yahweh, to them that obey Yahweh, man. So, as we go through our walk, man, as men of the Lord, putting on the hopeful elect, there's going to be a lot of times where you stumble, where you come short of the mark, so to speak, where you feel that you've been forsaken by the Lord. But you have to condition yourself to push forward anyways, because in the days that are coming, you're going to physically feel that there's going to be times where you may physically feel forsaken by the Lord. There may be times where you have nothing, where especially coming this time of Jacob's trouble, there are going to be times where you're going to be in a very desolate place. It could very well likely be the situation. Physically, you could be without water for 3 days, without food for a week, cold and hungry. Physically, you're going to feel that the Lord has forsaken you, but spiritually, He has not. And we have to condition our minds, we have to condition our spirits, to be tested in that manner, because this is all a test, man. The Most High has to test His elect. The book of Job is a perfect example of that, man. Job was put in a situation, and the book of Job was written for an example of the elect, and the book of Job pertains to elect. Job is symbolic of the elect. Because when you come into this truth, you'll get tested, you get tried. You get put through the fire, so to speak, man. So Job kept his integrity. Job got everything taken away from it, and most likely it felt that the Most High was not dealing with them. But that's why the scripture said we're not supposed to trust our emotions, man. Out of the heart comes deceitful things, and when people speak about, oh, you got to trust your heart. Yahweh Shai, when he went through the things that he went through, there was low points in his walk, where he felt forsaken of the Lord. So if our big brother Yahweh Shai went through that, because what did Yahweh Shai say? My God, why hast thou forsaken me? So he felt that way, man. He felt that the Lord wasn't dealing with him. But he pushed on anyways. So there's going to be times in our walk where you're going to feel defeated, but you got to keep pushing on, man, until the Lord renews your strength. Because this is all a test. We have to condition ourselves for these situations, man. Just because we physically or we feel desolate, like I've been doing everything right, why am I catching all this hell? I've been trying my best, why am I catching all this hell? Because you have to be tested, man. You got to be proved. You got to be put on another level of faith, man. The level of faith that says, no matter what happens, I'm gonna keep on pushing. No matter what happens, I'm gonna continue to count on the Lord, man. And the scripture says, I'm just gonna get it. Though He slay me, yet will I trust in Him. That's what Job said. It's in the book of Job. This is Job 13:15. It says, though He slay me, yet will I trust in Him, but I will maintain. Let's get the word maintain. I will define. What's that? Salakia. Defend my ways, my own ways before Him. I will maintain. Let's get the word maintain. To prove, decide, to judge, rebuke, to decide, to judge, to convince, to reprove, to correct, to be chastened, to reason, to argue. I will maintain my own ways before Him. So Job knew he was doing everything right, man. So even though he was catching hell, he probably felt like he didn't deserve to catch hell, because he was doing everything right. Yahweh the Heavenly Father, Slakia, said he was doing everything right. He said, an upright man that eschews evil, man. So he was doing everything right, but yet the Most High decided to put him to hell anyways, man. So Job said this, though He slay me, though He put me through this hell, yet will I trust in Him, but I'm going to continue to trust in Him anyways. But I will maintain my own ways before Him, because he knew that he was doing exactly what he was supposed to do. So he knew that it was a test, man. He also shall be my salvation, for a hypocrite shall not come before me. And he knew that he wasn't a hypocrite, man, because he knew that he was following the law, statutes, commandments to the best of his abilities. He was an upright man. He knew that he was doing everything. He was doing everything in his power to maintain his righteousness in front of the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So that's why I said I would defend my own ways before him, because he knew that he was doing everything right. But going back to verse 15, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. And these are times that there's gonna be certain times in this walk, especially like I said, especially coming to Jacob's trouble, where you're gonna feel that way, man. There's no scripture, I'll bear the indignation of the Lord because I've sinned against him. Because you could be catching hell for a past sin, man. You could be doing everything right in His truth, or you could not. Or you could be thinking you're doing everything right, but the Lord wants you to do more. You know, He wants you to build you up to a higher level. It says, Micah 7:9 says, I will bear the indignation of the Most High because I've sinned against Him. We have all sinned against the Most High, man. So we deserve everything that we get until He plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold righteousness. So a man of the Lord is always going to maintain that hope, no matter what he goes through, man. Paul said it the best, man. I know how to be a base, and I know how to abound. Let's get that scripture real quick. God, this is Philippians 4 and 4:12. This is Paul speaking. It says, I know both how to be abased. Get the word abased. To make low, to bring low, to level, to reduce, to plane, to be abased, to assign to a lower rank. I know both how to be abased and to abound, giving prosperity. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Meshach Yahushai, which strengthens me. So Paul had that same mentality, man, that no matter what, he was gonna fulfill his works, no matter what hell that he caught, no matter, because Paul went through a lot, man. He speaks about it. He speaks about the war between the spirit and the flesh. He speaks about many things, man. He speaks about the struggle, the difficulty of the walk, man. But despite it all, he done it, man. Despite whatever condition that he was in, and it's not, because it's not gonna be it's not gonna be it's a straight gate, man. We need a path of difficulty, man. You can't be a sunshine soldier, man. You know, thinking that everything's gonna be all right for you, thinking that you're just gonna waltz up to the kingdom, man. The scripture says, was much persecution. Slaki, I think. Let me see if I can get it. I want to butcher it. This is Acts 14 and 22. It says, confirming, together we're confirming, strengthening the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. That's what Paul did, I believe. As he went around preaching. I might be wrong. It's a lot. This was Paul speaking, and he said confirming the souls of the disciples, exhorting them to continue in the faith. So he was encouraging them, man. So he was telling them, he was admonishing them, man. He was giving some exhortation. It says, confirming the souls. Let's get that word confirming again. Strengthening the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. That's what we do. We go on the highways and hedges. Now we bring out the judgments and prophecies of the scriptures. We also strengthen the souls of the disciples of the elect out there listening, and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter the kingdom of Yahweh. So it's not going to be an easy walk, man. The much tribulation we're gonna enter in, to the kingdom. So you got to build up your spirit, for situations where you will feel, the Lord has forsaken you, man. You will feel, in a desolate place. You will feel you won't. It's not gonna be. You're not gonna be in the spirit 100% all the time, man. Sometimes you got to fight to be in the spirit because that flesh takes over, and it sucks, man, and it sucks. But these are the things that we got to go through, to build ourselves up in this truth. I'm gonna get back to the scriptures. Let's see where I was at. God, it says, I'll start at verse 26. Likewise, the Spirit also helps us our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself makes intercession for us with groaning which cannot be uttered. So the Spirit, prays for us, man. It makes utterance to the Most High, man. And he that searches the hearts knows what is in the mind of the Spirit, because he makes intercession for the saints according to the will of Yahweh. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love Yahweh, to them who are called according to his purpose. So, so eventually everything's gonna work out, man. If you're one of those elect men, most high willing we are. For whom did he foreknow? He also be predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, whom he predestinate, then he also called, and whom he called, then he also justified, and whom he justified, then he also glorified. The key is right here in verse 31. What shall we say then to these things? If Yahweh be for us, who can be against us? He that spared not his own Son, but delivered him up for us, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? Who shall lay anything to the charge of Yahweh's elect? It is Yahweh that justifies. So if you're one of the elect, man, you're already clean and pure in the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai through the sacrifice of Yahweh Shai, man. You were given to Yahweh Shai, man, as a brother. Because the first and foremost, Yahweh Shai died for his elect, died for his brothers, man. You know, we are considered friends. I'm gonna get that scripture. Most High willing, we be those men, because we speak like this, because we put in all this elect, and we are the hopeful elect, and we're trying to we're trying to Salaki, we're trying to attain our salvation, man, through these works. I'm gonna get this right here, proving that the elect are Yahweh Shai's friends. This is John 15:13. It says, "Greater love has no man than that his man laid down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends, if you do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knows not what the Lord doeth, but I have called you friends, for all things that I've heard of my Father have made known unto you." And that's why the elect are going to have that spiritual understanding, man. They're going to have that spiritual obedience, because it's been given to, because Yahweh Shai is supping with those men, with supping with the elect. You will consider Yahweh Shai's friend if you are the elect, man. Let's get that word friends. Because he, like I said, first and foremost, he laid down his life for the elect. It says, friend, to be friendly to one, wishing well, a friend and associate, and he who associates with me is one companion, one of the bridegroom's friends, who on this behalf has a hand the bride arrayed in various service, including marriage and celebrating the nuptials. So that's a good definition right there. Number D, one of the bridegroom's friends, who on his behalf has a hand of the bride and render him various services, including the marriage and celebrating nuptials. So we are performing those various services, man, by going out there and preaching. As an associate. Let's get that definition for the word associate, man. I gotta use my other phone because this one's not connected to Wi-Fi. However you want to speak, or you want to call it a Salat. So I'm running down to the definition of the word associate, and the Webster's 1828, and one of them is a associate, join in interest or purpose, confederate, join in employment or office as an associate judge. A companion, one frequently the company was another, implying intimacy or equality, a mate, a fellow. So what does it say? The scriptures say that the elect are joint heirs, right? A partner in interest as in business, or confederate in a league. So that's talking about the elect, man. So the friends that Yahweh Shai is talking about is the elect. So if you're the elect, man, you're gonna make it no matter what. But that doesn't mean that this walk's gonna be easy, man. Like we said at camp, we knew with the elect, you would be in easy mode, man. You would just try to glide through your walk. But the walk wasn't designed that way. The walk was designed to be a straight gate, a path of difficulty. So we're in survival mode, man. Instead, I'm gonna get 1 John, First John, the 5th chapter. A few more scriptures. I'm gonna close it out. Just real quick lesson. Once again, here at the plantation, not Akim. This is the 1 John 5, And I'll start at verse 3. And it says, For this is the love of Yahweh, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. It's that they're not burdensome. No, because all they require you do, if you have the Spirit of the Lord, man, then you're going to have that spirit of obedience anyways, man. You won't resist Yahweh Shai's will. So it's just going to come naturally to you. You know, of course, you got to learn and grow and stumble in the walk, but your spirit will be willing to obey the Lord. So it's going to be a natural thing for you to obey the Lord, to attain righteousness, to seek righteousness, man. Verse 4, For whatsoever is born of Yahweh overcometh the world. And this is the victory that overcomes the world, even our faith. So the faith of the elect overcomes the world, man. So that doesn't mean that it's going to be an easy walk. It just means that ultimately we are going to win. You know, because we are called according to his purpose, man. According to his purpose. Elect are called according to his purpose, man. So it's already been predestined and designed for that elect man, most like when we also elect men, to walk, complete that walk. So who is that that overcometh the world? But he that believeth on Messiah is the son of the power. You know, that's talking about the elect. They're gonna have that extreme faith, man. They're gonna have that unshakable faith. You know, that's why we gotta go through the things that we go to build up that faith, to build up to that level of unshakable faith, man. You know, the scripture says, let all things be done for edifying. Let me get that scripture. So this is why we do these videos, man. This is why we go on the highways, hedges. This is why we practice brotherly love amongst each other. It's 1 Corinthians 14 and 26. It says, How is it then, brethren, when you come together, every one of you has a psalm, has a doctrine, has a tongue, has a revelation, has an interpretation. Let all things be done unto edifying. So, you know, everything we do is to edify one another, man. You know, so with that being said, man, it's a real quick lesson talking about the elect. You know, talking about the elect, the men, the Lord, those that are putting on the elect, you know, and seeking their salvation with fear and trembling. You know, there's going to be certain things in our walk that's not going to be pleasant, man. The apostles and elders told us that repeatedly. So we just got to, when those times come, you got to remember these scriptures that, hey, the Lord's with you, man. Even though sometimes they feel that he's not with you, he's still with you. You know, with that being said, hope the lesson was edifying. With that, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Brothers, keep on pushing. Shalom.